All right. I hope everyone knows the word Malaria. Malungo, tenda ya malungo. Osazaitola, guys. Eish. And it's one of those diseases that has taken a lot of people. And you get it, and it's a serious one.
100%.
It is.
Yeah, so I think timavanga record my cases kwambiri. Kumalawi kunoko beat in town in Monogati, where was indicate beat in the villages.
0.20 degrees.
Actually, I mean, World Health Organization.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Malawi annually kuma cases around the at least estimate around 28%.
Okay.
Annual. I mean, markets and Hamina Vida Kuchipata, Tsunari and about 30% of those Amakawuti apidomina for malaria or amagapes and malaria.
Imagine.
So that's a big percentage.
That's
a big percentage.
That's serious.
The percentage
it is.
Yeah.
So that's why today we are on Tithoke podcast with a young CEO. But the project ababa project guys. I'll get there in a few minutes. But we have a guest, Ceaser Chembezi, who is the CEO of Kayola Processes and Kayola Construction. This I figure was saying, these are my young CEOs in Tosi. Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about organic mosquito repellent. We're talking about Malaria, and we're talking about, and then I'm seeing a product here, organic mosquito repellent. Can you tell us about this product before we go any further?
Okay, great. That's a very powerful introduction, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has done the needful.
She has done the needful. So basically, the story around the sleepwell mosquito, organic mosquito repellent, I think my issues cause malaria, my effects Malawi kunoko and whatnot. So I think it was in 2018. This at the time I'd already started the company Kayola Construction. So I was working on some particular project.
That was after you had graduated.
After I graduated, because I graduated in 2014 from University of Malawi, Chancellor College.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So while you're heading to the project site, I saw this lady, actually it was Kaunda filling station around about. So so I gave her a lift in Mapida that's where we had our project. So in the course of heading that side enough, so incapacitated. So it gave when I inquired further, she told me malaria. So the kid was around, I think, 10 years old, but this was a kid so I think that hit me hard in a way. I think, as you can see, with being someone, I studied chemistry and now had moved into construction. It came to mind, what can I be able to contribute to that in the prevention of malaria? So I would say I revisited my chemistry notes again.
Back to basics.
Again. So that's why I thought of this idea about coming up with a product. So that's how the idea was born, and for the past few years we have been trying to perfect it and things like those. And we are still not there yet, but in terms of how to brand it, how to market it, but I think we have made some significant milestones to date.
Wow. I was not even expecting that.
Exactly.
There's a very touching story.
Backstory to it.
Imagine this child, 10 years old,
Absolutely.
It doesn't even wait for him. And what I'm liking is that he saw something that touched him, and it was not just about bebani, but then he decided to do something about it. And then today we have a product. Today we have a CEO. Look at how it started, guys. It starts well. Komano, now, as you were explaining, you mentioned something about Kayola Construction. I'm interested to know, is there any synergy? Like, are the two complementing each other? The Kayola Processes and the construction?
There is. I think so. Prior to basically after graduating, from college, it's not that I just went on. I started the company and whatnot.
Okay.
But prior to starting Kayola Construction, I joined this organized, if I would say, fellowship. I was working with under the Global Health Corps Fellowship.
All right.
So it was mostly monitoring and evaluation. Healthy data. We were dealing with DHS and whatnot.
Yeah.
So from that's where I think by then I was really motivated with money. Construction, there's money.
Of course.
Yeah, so I registered this company, Kayola Construction, anyway. But I think having done a few projects, I think, as I was saying, lean towards more of chemistry and whatnot. So Kayola Construction is still functional, but not really as as a construction company per se.
Okay.
But we are running this project. It's a forest management project.
Nice.
So we are planting some trees up north. So part of the trees that we are planting that side are eucalyptus trees.
Okay.
So from the eucalyptus trees, that's one of the raw materials that we use in synthesizing of some of the raw materials for the product. So there is that synergy between the Kayola Construction. So I think the name has still retained the name, but it's running a different project.
Wonderful.
So I would say like these two entities are face to face working together in that particular regard, really.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
For me, what I'm picking from this is this particular product that you're making, each and every single raw material you're going to look at is coming from like Malawi or...
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So,
and I think that's why it's even termed organic. It's an organic mosquito repellent.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Very nice. So, for you to produce this particular kind of thing, what does it take? Challenges. What are the challenges? Some of the challenges that you meet just to come up with this particular, let's say, repellent. Because when sometimes zinto zambiri zimakhazojokera from outside, but we're in times we have my problems of forex just to even import zinto ngati. What challenges are you encountering just to come up with that particular product as of current?
I'll speak of my change, I think, from what we are now going backwards to where probably that we have come from.
Okay, that's important.
So I think as of now, one of the things that I think we are sort of trying to adapt on is marketing the product out. Because building a team, I think as of now, we have a lean team, I would say. So we don't have they are full into marketing. So it's like, you need to be a jack of all trades and juggle up all those kind of things. We are trying as much to push the product. So I would say that the capacity in terms of marketing, we are trying as that. I think you may like those. In terms of I think in Navanga mentioned issue of branding.
You mentioned that.
I was always say it is so basic. We want something that
Exactly.
Yeah, it has to be captivating as well.
Something that is eye-catching also.
So product in Doti, we are trying to do in terms of packaging and whatnot. So I think that's the biggest challenge. I think Makana in terms of business. And they have tried it out, and my test Oceana we are working on the Malawi Liverpool School of I think tropical medicine.
Yes.
So I mean, it will turn on the research side. So that's the technical aspect. And when I would say that some friends that have tried it out. I think repellent's the time because being a repellent.
Not about 8 hours.
8 hours. It needs to. So that's one of the challenges that we have had to tweak it around with at that particular hour. In terms of can you try out spray and things like those? That's the thing. So I would say some of the things that
Papa, as you were speaking it, dina segura, guys.
The sentence very nice.
It's nice is an understatement. It's appetizing, guys. I just try it out, and I like it. I really love it. Now, actually, he asked you the question to say maybe the challenges that you faced. kwambili based on the product itself. Maybe I would also be interested for the sake of us young people who want to venture into these kinds of industries.
Okay.
I'm saying that ndizama young CEO. Wina wagendo wangono afuno ka young CEO komagono hey, I think I have to be a professor. Then I think I have to get this amount of money to be where I am. What are the challenges? And as you're also saying the challenges, are there any opportunities that you've met in your journey as far as being a CEO of these two companies is concerned?
Yeah, so I think as you were saying also, I'll start on with how it works.
Yeah.
So basically, we made this product. I have this I would say mantra that I use. Every technology should be simple, stupid. Something that you just see and simple, stupid.
Wow.
As simple as it can be.
Okay.
Yeah, technology shouldn't be complicated.
It should be simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Innovations.
Yeah.
Amen.
So for people growing up, I don't know, Ishmael or faith or some sort. So I wanted a product it's as simple, like it's not complicated. So that product many people umangozola ngati komba. Ukamaka gona baja ungogona, ungozola, mene kono ti say muli kunyanja, mwina mapita nda boyfriend, kuti mufuna muona kuti mwina paludzudzu, like you just put it on. Mwana uli kuchipatala kuja mwina kuti malo kuti atokhala ngati chani, atokhala expose.
Just apply straight
as
away.
Simple as that, So you talked about how the journey has been. The journey has been tricky, as you can say. The company is not chemistry related.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think one of the things that I've come to understand is you need to ask yourself. First of all, I think the simple question is what do you know?
Okay.
What skills do you have? Because sometimes I think we try to reach out. For example, background and your marketing. It's you can do or some sort. What if maybe you start from where you are? So I think that's the philosophy that I've had. Okay, skill immunity now. That's what you leverage, of course. You start with that one.
The question is, what do you have? What do you know?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think one time in the Bible, I think there was this. I like this story about the fish. Jesus Christ. Those 5 fish.
Yeah.
And, I don't know bread. I mean, my robes are not. I don't know.
I think you should revisit the Bible.
I should. You should. I haven't read the good book in a while.
Anyways, yes.
So it's about Jesus Christ is asking his disciples, what do you have? So the question is, where do we start from? Or you leverage upon that, you build upon that. So I think I would say I took advantage of that. This is the skill that I have. That it's easier for you to move out. Some of the opportunities that I've seen is, I think in terms of technology or science-based innovations, I think we are taking them up quite a lot.
Okay.
So
we are.
So oppositely, the government, I think there is coming up some support. There is also I think some some international partners who are coming in now. I would say there is program I would say growth accelerator.
That's true.
So we currently are building a production facility, a factory. Would say
Wonderful.
So
interesting.
Yeah, I would say that one. That's I think one of the push more opportunities and whatnot. But also people are trying to. I think as Malawians now we're looking at how do we solve our problems currently as a country in a way.
And no offense, I have used a number of mosquito repellent products here. And the scent, the scent is a turn off. Maybe you just do it because you're valuing your health. Prevention is better than cure. Komano, if you lower the scent, Komano, when I just opened the product, I was like, it's appetite as if you can put in food. My question was, but anyways,
because
that big
scent, the moment you give it to me, I was trying to get the scent good into your then. This is like the first repellent in there.
I'm telling you, I want to use, guys, this is just morning, and I want to use.
Thank you.
Can you tell us, is this available on the market? Is it locally available?
Yeah, it is locally available.
Okay.
So we have I've used my models angavo. First of all, I think my contacts, you can just call us, we can be able to supply with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
However, there are some other areas. I mean, I'm sitting at Tofiki, I'm crossing this and hotel. But we work in my different cities. We have my partners. I mean, they're helping us to distribute the product. Kuja ni ku Blantyre, the Prima Pharmacy, Ijaba Christwick.
Okay.
There's Prima Pharmacy who are helping us distribute that.
Okay.
Kunzuzu, there is a Shop Martin Kwachi Enterprise. So those are the ones that also help us.
All right.
Yeah, area 49 Japa Gulliver, Matipa Gem Farmer. There's a farmer Puma Baja.
Yes,
So those are some of the guys who are helping us with in terms of distribution, marketing out the product.
Yeah.
But we hope in Tangakawudi to increase outreach
Yeah,
too. Absolutely.
I think people should try this. So we'll talk about production. You're saying Gudi or Mubanga, a place where you can be manufacturing these particular kinds of things. So right now, let's say how many bottles are you able to actually produce right now?
And so ngati panopa production capacity at around 3,500. You can be able to push those particular bottles, 50 grams bottles. Of course, with the changing my sales, things like those, we are able to do 1,000, 1,200. So panopa koma capacity it's affected that, but that's our production capacity.
That's good.
That's
good.
We are hoping to take a facility because we have the production machine currently in the country. It has taken some time with the figure. Once we are done, we should be able to push 5,000 per month on a monthly basis.
Wonderful. That's good. That's very good.
This is very good.
It's really inspiring because right now amakanika kupanga zinthu amakanika kuyamba zinthu with the excuse that inendibe drama, inendibe ma connections, and it's just inspiring how it's taking you years to reach at this level. Now you're talking about producing konkuno, machina, and whatnot, the resilience and whatnot. For example, if there is a young person out there that is like, of course, and the idea, you've even said, what do you have? What do you have? So, I think I have this. What can you tell that person?
I think of course my fields ndo siana because I think investment minimum ingafungia in terms of chemistry or in my fields language ndo siana humanities and whatnot. But I think the basic idea I would say is when you have an idea, at least you can write it down first of all. Let's do the basics things that you can do. So in terms of if it involves a product, be able to have a prototype, something that it doesn't have to be perfect, just as rugged or some
as
sort.
It is. Just to give people a basic understanding of what you're trying to create.
Absolutely, It might not work as perfect at the same time, but over time it improves.
But at least start with the minimum viable product.
Yes. So I think that's the way.
I think for me, the way you've said it, with a prototype, basically, a prototype has the power to actually demonstrate what you're trying to achieve or something. So I think when you're explaining on a certain point, you talked about having that particular skill on your own and then try to utilize that particular skill. At that particular moment. For example, I do not have expertise, let's say, in marketing, but you can begin with building a certain product. At the later stage, try to involve some people because you can never get Muntuina go marketing to try and market your product without the person actually understanding what your product is.
Absolutely.
Word of mouth, then I guess.
No, actually, it reminds me of there's this book which I really love. It's by this author, Robert Greene.
Yes.
The book is called Mastery. I really wish I read this book just after college or prior to graduating. Because I think pressure in as you were indicating, I college how is umazimva nzelu.
Got a degree.
So you go out, you come out here, you expect people will give you and things like those. But now the industry is is trying to help you out with the skill. You need to learn skill, as you are saying. You learn a particular skill. Master your exactly. Master your craft, then build upon it, because it takes time. So I think get quick reach and things like those. But we'll find ourselves in very big troubles if we are to go for that. We take it one step at a time, build. We're not dying soon, at least God forbid.
We are living.
We are so you'd rather.
So before we go to like that, is easy, like the repellent. You're trying to cater down mavuto auji and amalungo kwambiri. So government karibu kandi my initiative, so they should cut down my percentage and all of that. So having you created this particular product, have you ever reached out to Minister of Health and trying to maybe capitalize on that?
Yeah, so I think we have reached out. Looking at Nangamesa Mboma Mujasuma Kauti. Yeah, my systems are not so probably we are hoping that one day we'll be able to get there where they'll be able to have to support in a way. But I think one of the ways, I think that I would say that you quickly one note lately I think we just attended through the Mati Youth Innovation Fund.
Yes.
We applied for that. So I think that's a big boost, because I think resources are not so easy to come by. We haven't received the funds yet. I'm sure everything, I think it's just a paperwork and whatnot. But in terms of having a higher reach, in terms of support, in terms of buying the product and whatnot, we are hoping for that. We are just trying to keep our fingers crossed and see how we can help it on the prevention side.
Interesting.
Actually, the good thing is that you started. But ukati zonse uzone kuti pafunika ichi mwina awasazanithandiza, you can start. Exactly. When you start and you know what you're doing, and I love it that it was not money driven. It came from a story and you wanted to make an impact. That there was something that you wanted to achieve at the end of the day. And I believe that by now there are testimonies, it's working.
Absolutely, they are. We have tried out the and Hosia and Asiana. I mean, even my mom uses it. So So it's
if it were my mom, she would literally tell you it's not working. So if she says it's working, I would believe her.
Absolutely. So I think my testimonies they are there and trying it out, and I'm sure the testimonies will grow as more users.
So the feedback is positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's good. That's very good. Now, having said that, where do you see yourself in the next 2, 3, 5 years with your company? Now, both the Kayola processors and even the construction company. Where do you see yourself? Where are you envisioning yourself?
So I'll start with Kayola Construction. Because I'll say it's quasi for area frustration.
Yes.
So in the next,
and I gotta commend you for that. Like, you're going green. It's a good one.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So we are trying to. I think we have about at least plus or minus some 100 hectares that we are trying to reforest.
Okay.
Yeah. So we see in the next 5 years, we should be able to have planted the areas at least, and also found, pivoted around the production, some of the ingredients, my essential oils, in other products as well. Coming back to Kayola processors, we were looking at not just producing mosquito repellent. We are looking at would say cosmetic products like raw-oni.
Exactly.
That has caught our attention.
You see?
That has caught our attention.
Because
I'm telling you, I'll be the first customer.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, so we're looking at different products, because one of the things that I've learned is when you go, for example, to a bit of a shop, my supermarkets that we use, just walk into the shop that you see all these products. Most of the products I'm accounting
they're not Malawi.
yeah, from fruit. I mean, like fruit juices to whatever. So, in there, you cannot do everything in a day, but there are a lot of opportunities in terms of things that we can produce.
That's true.
So we're looking at in terms of increasing the capacity. Looking at we had this idea of brainstorming with my friend when I go talk about I like more sustainable cement. So that's the future is looks appealing. I think a lot of things work out.
It is.
Of course, it's actually interesting since you're now planting trees for the materials of the repellent and all
really
of that.
love that idea.
Since you're already ahead, and actually in the long run, you can actually be supplying a lot of people around as well, which is actually great. So
and actually, as he was speaking, I'm like, we are going to start exporting this soon.
Yeah.
We will.
Well, no, we have started
why
actually.
You've started exporting. Tell me about it.
So we have a client from Zambia.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, so they did give us, I think, the trial. We hope that it will be a recurrent thing. It was just a project to them, so they're trying out the product as well.
Wow.
So fingers crossed. We hope everything goes okay.
Yes. The future is bright indeed.
Let's say when we go to like South Africa or somewhere else like
you
that,
can
we find the product.
Exactly.
Something like that.
I'm just looking for more tea. I'm buying this one. This board is not going back. I'm buying it. And Mogandona ndugu carry ntima sana musadabwe because the product is just too good.
Yeah, it is very nice.
It is too good because usually tima panga expect Malawi to be producing, mediocre things, but Malawi they cannot produce good products. But look at this, guys.
But this is actually very nice.
Yeah.
Before we close up the podcast, what has been the journey from having the product kulimpaka nendikapange register and then
it's a hassle.
You
have a product
registering, being approved as well. Because ndichintu choti chimakhala pa skin and all of that. What did it take kulimpaka na chiloledwe and to be able to actually export this? What did it take kuti zifike pamene?
Okay, so I think achimata dambiri timakandi element yomanena kuti muna process yopanga set up business stuff
Yes.
but sometimes maona ngati zimango anthu ambiri amene amanena muna ngati mfundo imeneyo most of them amakhala kuti mwina kuti sanayambepo step imodzi because ngati just basically registering a business so pita kwa registrar just to register a business it's around choti panopa sikumachedwa and you do it online so it has been easy in that particular way.
The price is affordable.
The price is around 20,000.
Look at that. Look at that.
So and the other party makaku MRA. So I think also I found it a bit difficult now being you're starting a startup background it's not in accounting so but you go there's some and civil service and workload in the so the service might be he could be good somewhere there but I think eventually you get the hang of it so you register tipini yako I think you also it would be best for you just to know an accountant who can help you kuti azipanga mwina pachaka ukamata accounts okay this is how you go about it we know there are bumps along the way on the science part as far as Malawi Bureau of Standards Malawi Bureau of Standards is trying to ease up on the regulations and the whole the paperwork that is involved. So I think the first step is reaching out because I think in terms of or just because someone is complaining then we say but it's not everyone who is complaining you need but also if everyone is complaining at least you so so take a point. So try it out the journey. Take the first step, register, then pretty much I would say.
I see. And at least
my struggles are
I think the bigger part is to my fellow youth, we have to be able to read these websites that are already there. We have to try to understand. Could registering if that's not the case, Mwina, try to talk to someone that has already done the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Just so that you can have it a little bit easier.
They will really just tell you
So that you
what
get the
they
actual
heard.
information.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
yeah, you're about to...
Now, having said that, Kudi, you are a testimony that it works. Someone is going to be watching this podcast 50 years from now. What can you tell them? They want to pursue a dream, they have a vision, they have an idea, and they want to get somewhere, they want to do something impactful with their lives. What can you tell them? What advice can you give to your fellow young men who are also, on the verge of becoming CEOs?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes when you say CEO, it sounds as maybe it's a very flattering thing, but it's one of the.
It's a good thing. You gotta be proud of yourself.
Sometimes it's really one of the toughest things I think you ever.
Really?
Sometimes
That's true. That's true.
You've bumped into it, and everyone is expecting you to do something.
Exactly. Koma so ndokumachina nani nachifanya kuti anthu amangochona ngati chili kutali kwina kwake. Koma it's here.
It's here. Oh, wow.
It's sitting next to us. Yes. What can you tell them?
I think I'll go back to the same words where I said, Antulitindima skills osiyana. It's about developing chimene uli nacho. Because sometimes we are on the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Like we need to get some time off introspection. You say, okay, what is it that I want to do? If at all you're leaning towards the entrepreneur side, you ask around and have your idea put out and whatnot. I don't want to be all spiritual here, but I think I read somewhere on this particular good book. They say it goes like, seest thou a diligent man in his business? He shall stand before kings, not before men.
That's
so
true.
The word I love there is diligence. Sometimes it portrays itself in simple things. Waking up early in the morning, being organized, knowing what you do, asking out there, because sometimes I think we live in an age where we're tweeting and whatnot. But the people are the people around you are the ones who can help you craft the vision. And one of the things that I found is that when you're doing something, even without a cost, the people around you, so when you share to them, they're like, oh, okay, you should meet one more.
Exactly.
So we need to open up. Sometimes we are so afraid, I'm going to idea and things like those, but those things do happen. But I think more often than not, we find people who help us a lot.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think that's what I would say. Like, take the first step, go on. If you're going for the employment side, pursue further education. Knowledge is very important now, and even I can't emphasize more the importance of education. Because college is not important and whatnot, but when you look at don't do that. I mean, education is the fundamental of I think development for every country. Do it, and now with the internet, take advantage of the information that is here. So basically, that's what I would say.
Wonderful. So guys, we were on Tithoke podcast today with an amazing guest, amazing things, amazing product. This product, but we've learned a lot of things, and I'm sure that even if I've liked the mastery part,
Exactly.
Obtain mastery, you shall stand before kings.
100%.
It's been amazing to have you. It's been amazing learning from you. Everybody has a journey. And we think they had it all together to reach where they were. So that's why even to my podcast, it is the startup, my young innovators. What if to be where they are? I hope you enjoyed this episode. You were with me, Faith Bander, and my friend and our lovely guest,
Ceaser Chembezi.
Thank you so much.